What's up everyone, Master Fox here today, and I'm going to be talking about some Satellarknight hype. So if you guys have seen my YCS Chicago predictions video, you guys know that I predicted that Satellarknights would be the second best deck at the event. And looking at the results, it seems that they were the second best deck at the event. But recent prices of Satellarknight cards have actually been dramatically increasing. If you look on any website that sells cards, you'll see Satellarknight Deneb jumped up to around $40. He was around 25 to 30, hovering around there before, but now he jumped up to 40. And then Stellar Nova Alpha has jumped up to $40 as well. And it was a $14, $15 to around maybe $25 at most card. And so now you have these two cards that are run at 3 in the deck, both around $40, which means just for 6 cards in the deck, you're going to be set back $240. So why is there so much hype about Satellarknights? What I think is that most of the Yu-Gi-Oh players did not expect Satellarknights to be doing so well in big events like this. And after their big success at YCS Chicago, a lot of people maybe are jumping over from Burning Abyss or Chadals into Satellarknights. Another part of it is, even if people did predict that Satellarknights would be a very good deck, I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that World Superstars is coming out soon, and Satellarknights will get a big boost from that, along with Chadals and Heroes, but not so much Necros. So it's with that I think Satellarknights are getting a lot of hype too, because not only did they have a good showing at a big event, but they're going to get more support on top of it. So this really puts things into perspective as to what the future metagame is going to be like. Are Satellarknights going to be able to overtake Necros, or at least be on a more level playing field? That remains to be seen. What I think though is Satellarknights will definitely be able to compete a lot better, and maybe on a slightly lower level than Necros still, but I think they'll be able to take more tops, because you gotta see in World Superstars, Satellarknights are getting a boost with the Star Seraphs. There's going to be Star Seraph Scepter and Sovereign, which both boost the rank 4 engine capabilities of Satellarknights, so that they can spam out 3 material rank 4s a lot more easily. This is why we see a spike in the prices of Delta Rose and Evil Swarm Ouroboros. So Satellarknights are going to get a massive boost there. And also, there is another card coming out called number 86 Heroic Champion Rangomianed. And this card will definitely boost Satellarknights as well, because it's a warrior exclusive rank 4 that requires 2 or more materials. And it essentially allows you to get a 3000 attack beater for 2 materials, that's the worst case scenario. And then the average case scenario, which is probably going to happen most often, is where you make Rangomiad with 3 materials, and then it becomes a 3000 beat stick that is unaffected by any other card effects, which is just amazing for Satellarknights, because Satellarknights are going to be able to spam this thing out, and then nothing's going to be able to really do anything to it, at least for a turn. And so they're going to take a massive boost with World Superstars, with the Star Seraphs and Rangomianed. So what do I think the metagame is going to look like after World Superstars? I think it's going to be fairly similar to what it is now in terms of the actual decks that are in the meta. I don't think any new decks are going to suddenly become meta from World Superstars, but Satellarknights are definitely going to take the biggest boost from here. Satellarknights are probably going to solidify their second place position and maybe go a little bit more even with Necros. I still think Necros will be the best deck in the format, just because they have a lot more tools than Satellarknights do. But Satellarknights almost have, I think, everything that they need to deal with almost every situation possible. Satellarknights can basically use their rank 4s to deal with almost anything that's thrown at them. I think the only piece of their rank 4 engine that they really need is Utopia the Lightning, which is a 5000 attack beater that will come eventually, I think. But once that comes in, Satellarknights can basically deal with any threat you throw their way. They'll just be a fantastic rank 4 deck that is super consistent and nets you free pluses off summons. They'll just be a deck that is very good for a very long amount of time. Unless the ban list does something to them, I think they'll eventually become the best deck, because in the next ban list, I fully expect Necros to take a couple more hits, and then Satellarknights will probably go into the #1 deck spot unless there's something else that's coming out. In the near future, with the release of World Superstars, I think Satellarknights will definitely solidify their position as the second best deck and possibly even overtake Necros, although I don't think that's likely this format. Now is probably too late to pick them up as the hype is already settling in and the prices have skyrocketed, but maybe after the next event, if they don't do as well as people expect them to, the prices will probably go back down again, but I still expect them to do very well, especially with increased representation from the hype. So until something happens, I don't see the prices going down that much. They might go down a tad back to their normal values after people realize that $40 for a Deneb or a Stellar Nova Alpha is just kind of ridiculous. Prices will probably remain pretty stable. So these are just my thoughts surrounding the hype of Satellarknights. Tell me what you guys think in the comments section below. Do you agree with this? Do you disagree with this? Please just give this video a like and a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you.